Out of 32 NFL teams, the Pittsburgh Steelers ranked 28th, fifth last in an NFLPA player survey, which is a report card ranking the best and worst teams in a wide ranging of categories organizational standpoint. So, this is the second time this survey has been handed out, and for the second year in a row, the Pittsburgh Steelers are one of the worst teams. This rates the organization from areas of the cafeteria, nutrition, from coaching staff, weight room, locker room, head coaches, GM, and everything. Basically ranking the team in general from top to bottom and how it is ran. And once again this year, the Pittsburgh Steelers are on the bottom half of the league, and that's not good. The overall results aren't pretty. Just in case you don't know how the survey is done, basically at the end of the year, each player from each team is given a survey which ranks the team in many standpoints. So it's the actual players voting and ranking their organization from top to bottom. So let me just read out the rankings, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the grades they've gotten this season. So in the category of treatment of families, they got a F-, which out of 32 NFL teams, it ranked 29th. In food and cafeteria, they got a B-, which ranked 16th. Nutritionalist and dietitian, they got a D, which ranked 30th in the NFL. Locker room, they got an F, which ranked 30th. And training room, they got a D+, which ranked 29th. In training staff, they got a C, which ranked 28th. Weight room, they got a C as well, which ranked 24th. Strength coaches, they got a B+, which ranked 20th in the NFL. That's their best grade other than head coach. So also team travel, they got a D, which ranked 28th. And their best grade that they got was Mike Tomlin, the head coach, which got an A, fifth best in the NFL. But their ownership aren't ruining them. He got an F, which ranked 31st in the NFL. So out of all these rankings, you can see it's either outside of the head coach, which ranked 5th, it's either the middle of the pack or the bottom 5. And that's one of the worst rankings the Pittsburgh Steelers have gotten compared to other teams in the league. Like I said, when you add up all the rankings out of the 32 NFL teams, they got 28th in total, which ranked 5th last in the league. So that's not a good standpoint for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it's not like they improved off of last season either. Last season, they're in the bottom 10 of the league as well. So you look at that, and they just got in the same level as last season. They didn't improve on anything. It's basically the same thing that they've been doing, and that's just not a good standpoint. It has been said that there is a little bit of confidence among respondents in the willingness of club owner Art Rooney II to invest in a better workplace, as he ranks second to last in this year's report. Just to explain some of the rankings, like treatment of families category, the report notes that the Steelers don't have a family room during games, nor a daycare during games as well. And per the NFLPA player rep J.C. Treader via Brooke Pryor, he notes Pittsburgh doesn't offer things most other teams do. And also last year, Rooney responded to similarly negative comments about the team facility, noting that there's an open door policy for players wanting to share their thoughts. He said last season after the report card that we're always looking forward and looking to try to improve our facilities. We expanded the facility a few years ago. We're always open to new ideas about what we need to improve on. I think we have an open door policy with our players and things that they need to see that they think we can improve on. For this year, the Pittsburgh Steelers report card in the nutrition and dietitian category, their survey noted that just over 2/3 of players in the organization felt that they have a nutrition plan that is tailored specifically to them as a person and player. Also, in the category of locker room, it was terrible. They graded only 60% of the players said that the space was large enough, with many players also citing outdated lockers in need of an upgrade. So, in terms of the training room, it was noted that the Pittsburgh Steelers were hit with a low staffing concerns and lack of sauna equipment and most other equipment that other teams provide. So, many players feel they need greater access to individual care. Some feel the training room is understaffed and lacks the necessary equipment that modulates that should be standard in NFL training rooms. That was the note on it. In terms of the weight room, the grade they received was a C, and this was a note on that. A majority of Steelers players believe their facility is no better than where they could otherwise train off-site. Only 5 other teams in the league have similarly poor impressions of their own weight room. End quote. That mark is probably going to get even lower because the Pittsburgh Steelers, their head conditioning and strength coach Marcel Pasteur recently left after many years with the team, 20 plus years, and while assistant Rodion Dillis is also no longer part of the organization. The team hired some new guys like Boston College's Phil Metuz and the team's new head strength and conditioning coach. So they've also hired some other people in those organization. So maybe it gets better, maybe it doesn't. Who knows? But moving over to another grade the Pittsburgh Steelers have gotten, for the second year, the Steelers received low marks for team travel. Only 80% of the players said they felt there was enough room when the team traveled, ranking 20th in football. However, even though after all those bad marks on the report card, the bright spot was Mike Tomlin. He received an A grade overall. He got to 9.6 out of 10 from the player rankings as the 5th best in football. And according to the survey, 98% of the Pittsburgh Steelers players felt as though Mike Tomlin was efficient with their time, and most felt like he was very willing to listen and kind of open in the locker room. So that's a bright spot. Obviously, when your head coach can provide motivation, provide good coaching, that could help everything else, even though everything else was not good. But, like I said, this season, they got a 28th ranked grade. And compared to last season, they got 22nd in the NFL. So they're only dropping spots. After Art Rooney made those comments saying they're willing to listen after they finish in the bottom half of the league, you would think that maybe they would upgrade in certain areas. But no, they got even worse, and now Art Rooney is ranked the second worst kind of owner in terms of what he's willing to do in the NFL. So hopefully next season things improve, the team's facility improves, because you look at the top teams in the NFL that were ranked, and usually those are the teams that have the best record. The only team that were ranked in the bottom half of the league that actually did a really good job in terms of playing football on the football field was the Chiefs. The other teams that were in the bottom half, like the Commanders, were the worst ranked, and you see what their record was. The Chargers were one of the worst ranked teams. You see what their record was. Patriots as well. So the teams that ranked the worst in the NFL in terms of record-wise, they were kind of ranked the poorest. But then you look at the teams that performed really well, like the first-ranked team, the Dolphins. You see what their record was. And even the Vikings, they're injured all season. They're ranked second. You see what their record was. The Packers, the Eagles, Jaguars, the top-ranked teams. And then you see how they played on the football field. So hopefully the Steelers, their rankings go up, and Art Rooney actually changes things instead of just saying it and it end up being all talk. Because we all know in a bad workplace, sometimes performing is harder than when you're in a good workplace environment and you're actually able to perform best of your ability because you feel more motivated to do so. But either way, this is football. They're getting paid millions of dollars to play, to train, and do whatever. So I know that there's no excuse in terms of that. But the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're ranked 28th out of 32 teams. Like I said, 5th last in the league. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below about these rankings by the Pittsburgh Steelers players when they're given the survey about their team. Do you believe that this is kind of correlates to the way they play on the field, or do you think this has nothing to do about it? Do you think things need to change, or just stay the same? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel down below as well if you like Steelers content, analysis, and reports. Like the video, turn on post notifications, click that bell down below so you never miss out whenever I post the next video about Steelers news, rumors, breaking news, everything like that. As we head into the offseason, free agency, the draft, combine, everything. It's being covered and covered every day. So turn on notifications, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.